Hey, Commanders fans, get ready because today we have exclusive news about our team and you can't miss a single detail. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel, activate the bell to receive everything firsthand, and of course, leave a like to strengthen our fan base and show that we only have true fans here. Our commitment is to always bring you the latest updates, news, and everything that happens behind the scenes of Commanders. So, without further ado, let's check out today's news.
Washington Commanders may sever ties with key receiver. Hey Washington Commanders fans, the franchise is nearing the end of the 2025 NFL regular season, with only one more game before officially turning the page to 2026. Starting January 5th, all eyes of the front office will be on the future, and important decisions must be made in the coming months. Leading this process is General Manager Adam Peters, entering his third year in charge of the front office. After a season below expectations, Peters will have the mission of adjusting the roster to put the Commanders back on track as a true title contender, something many believe the team would already be in 2025. To do this, the trend is to bet even more on the young core that has been assembled, prioritizing the draft and financial flexibility, even if it means letting go of more experienced and expensive players. Within this context, the future of wide receiver Deebo Samuel is becoming a topic of debate behind the scenes. Washington acquired Samuel in the 2025 preseason through a trade with the San Francisco 49ers, a move heavily influenced by the player's prior relationship with Adam Peters. Before taking his position with the Commanders, Peters served as the 49ers Vice President of Player Personnel between 2021 and 2023, a period in which he worked directly with Samuel. On the field, Deebo Samuel lived up to and even exceeded expectations. Despite arriving as a risky acquisition for many, the receiver quickly established himself as one of the team's main offensive weapons. Throughout the season, he led the team on numerous occasions, totaling 707 receiving yards and 5 touchdowns. Furthermore, he maintained his versatility, also being used in the running game, where he added 74 yards and a touchdown rushing the ball. His presence helped make the offense more unpredictable and forced constant adjustments from opposing defenses. Despite the positive impact on the field, his off-field statistics also weigh heavily. Samuel is 29 years old and should be looking for a new, robust contract on the market. According to SpotTrack projections, the wide receiver could demand a 3-year deal worth a total of $59.5 million, averaging $19.85 million annually, a significant investment for a team that is still undergoing restructuring.
The expectation is that the Commanders will sign a safety with the potential to be an All-Pro in the Big Ten. If you want to know who was the best defensive player in all of college football over the last 3 seasons, that's fine. It's not really a debatable subject. It's safety Caleb Downs from Ohio State. Nobody else came close. Downs could finally be selected in the 2025 NFL Draft after a season at Alabama in 2 seasons with the Buckeyes, including a National College Football Playoff title last season and another CFP appearance this year. Ryan Wilson, draft expert for CBS Sports, predicts that Downs will be selected by the Washington Commanders with the 7th overall pick in his most recent draft simulation. It's the kind of pick and the kind of player who could have the same impact on the defense that Jaden Daniels, the 2nd overall pick in the 2024 draft and quarterback, had on the offense. Downs could be a Troy Polamalu-level talent in the NFL, Wilson wrote on December 30th. He's only 6 feet tall and may not run the 40 yards in 4.35 seconds, but I don't care, not one bit. Both Kyle Hamilton and Brian Branch Jr. fell in the draft because of mediocre 40-yard dash times. They are 2 of the best young defensive backs in American football. Downs is a running game specialist and has the ability to move from one sideline to the other, plus the explosiveness in tight spaces to excel in pass coverage. Downs may have been the best safety in the history of college football.
It's no exaggeration to say that Downs, at this moment, should be considered one of the greatest defensive players in the history of college football, alongside legends like Ed Reed and Ronnie Lott, and that one day he should be inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame. Downs is the type of player who, when drafts are reworked, ends up being the first or second overall pick. Falling to the Commanders in the 7th position would be a godsend. Generational talent on defense. Many players are described as generational, but players like Caleb Downs aren't made often, wrote NFL journalist Eric Lind on X on November 1st. Downs is the type of safety who projects himself as an NFL All-Pro and Pro Bowler practically from the moment he steps onto the field. Caleb Downs is the best prospect of the 2026 draft cycle. With his experience defending for Matt Patricia, he will adapt quickly to any NFL team that drafts him. He was a unanimous All-American, received the Tatum-Woodson Award for Best Defensive Back in the Big Ten Conference, and was selected to the All-Big Ten team in 2024 after being named Sean Alexander Rookie of the Year in 2023.
Commanders encouraged to sign 1,500-yard running back from NFC South. The Washington Commanders may well have found their running back of the future in rookie Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, but betting everything on him didn't quite work out in 2025. In fact, trading running back Brian Robinson to the San Francisco 49ers before the start of the season backfired on the Commanders, who could have leveraged Robinson's talent and experience in a season where their best players were constantly plagued by injuries. At one point, it's not hard to see why the Commanders were practically desperate for a player like Robinson. That's why Alex Kay of Bleacher Report believes the Commanders should try to sign Tampa Bay Buccaneers running back Rachaad White in 2026 free agency. White has surpassed 1,000 total yards in each of the last 2 seasons, including over 1,500 yards in 2023, although he served as Bucky Irving's backup when Irving wasn't injured, and it's almost certain he'll leave the team next year. Teams shouldn't consider White as their RB1, but he'll be an excellent third-down option on many teams, Kay wrote on December 30th. Expect him to sign a modest contract, likely in the $7 million per year range, with a team that can maximize his talent as a receiver. The Washington Commanders could be an interesting destination for White. The running back has a history with quarterback Jaden Daniels. They played together at Arizona State in 2021 and could complement a group of running backs that has a promising young piece in Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, but will lose Austin Eckler and Jeremy McNichols this offseason. White was a commercial lure before the season. White spent nearly the entire last preseason with trade rumors hanging over his head after ESPN's Adam Schefter listed him among players entering the final year of their rookie contracts who could be expendable via trade just days before the 2025 NFL Draft. White continued playing for Tampa Bay in 2024 and served as a mentor to Irving, even as the rookie took over the starting job late in the season. Despite this unexpected turn of events, White still managed over 1,000 total yards for the second consecutive season and scored 9 touchdowns, also for the second consecutive season. In 2025, White has 749 total rushing yards and 4 touchdowns, while the Buccaneers have struggled as a team. They have a 7-9 record overall and lost 7 of their last 8 games before the final regular season game in Week 18 against the Carolina Panthers.